Hey, this is Dr. Williamson. This is my final video before the start of the semester. I wanted to go over your syllabi with you and point out a few things before class begins on Monday. So your syllabus is posted to your Moodle pages. And like I said yesterday, you have both a lecture Moodle page and a lab Moodle page. So right now I'm on your lecture Moodle page. And if you scroll down, you'll see that your spring 2022 syllabus has been posted. So I'm going to pull that up, and here it is. So just a few things to point out. You've got my contact information at the top. In terms of office hours, I'm always happy to meet, so please take advantage of office hours. I do leave them open. And so that way you can email me and request a time to meet, and we can set something up that works in your schedule. I just find that works a lot better than me sitting in my office by myself with maybe an inconvenient time for students. So I'm happy to meet with you when it's convenient for you. So just shoot me an email and let me know, and we'll set something up. So you've got the course description that you can read through. We'll be using a lot of different modes for course delivery throughout the semester. And you've got your core goals and objectives here at the University of Lynchburg. So all of that typical syllabus stuff, you've been seeing this for years. So I want to get down to some of the important things here, which is the assessment of student performance. So how will you be graded in the class? And this is basically how it breaks down. So I offer 4 exams during the semester. So each exam is worth 16% of your grade. You have 4 of them, so that's a total of 64% of your course grade is exams. My exams are timed, and they're going to be on Moodle. They typically are 50 questions. For lecture, they tend to be mostly multiple choice, but they could be other formats as well, such as fill in the blank or true false, that sort of thing. Okay. Exams are only offered in person, so you need to plan to be there on the dates that they're scheduled. And you'll be able to find when they're scheduled on your course schedule. So they're already on there, so you can go ahead and write those dates in. Your next grade category is progress checks. And each week, you're going to have a progress check for the topic of that week. The progress checks will open up on Monday when the topic begins, and they will close Sunday night at 11:59. So you have all week to get your progress check done. These are very low stakes, short quizzes. They tend to be about 10 questions, depending on the question type. And they're going to be open for the whole week. So you can take them whenever it's convenient for you. They are timed, so you get 10 minutes to take them. You get 2 chances to take each progress check, and your grade will be the average of the 2 attempts. So these are open resource. I would suggest that you use one of them as a practice quiz just to see what you know, and then go back and review what you missed and take it for the second time. Okay, and that way, that's a great way for you to get feedback about what you need to review a little bit more. Okay, we're also going to drop 1 grade in this category, and I would say probably at least 1 grade. I think last semester I dropped 2 progress checks because we have a bunch of them. And so that way too, if you just forget to take a progress check 1 week, you get a dropped grade. So it helps you out a little bit. Our next grade category are in-class quizzes, and these are worth 18% of your course grade. So we're increasing our stakes just a little bit, right? Our progress checks were pretty low stakes. In total, they're only worth about 8%. Okay, so that's a great way for you to practice the information. And if you bomb 1 or 2, it's not going to completely tank your grade. In-class quizzes. So when you come into class, generally for lecture, we take in-class quizzes every Monday morning on material that was presented the week prior. Okay, so you'll have the whole week to work with the information. You'll have the weekend to study and review, and then Monday morning when you walk in, we'll take an in-class quiz. These must be taken in person, and these are typically on Moodle, and the lowest grade in this category will be dropped as well. So if you happen to miss class for any reason, it doesn't matter the reason, just know that a grade will be dropped in this category. So it's okay. Throughout the whole length of a semester, you know, if you miss a class, you won't completely tank your whole grade in the class. So we can work that out. We'll drop a grade for in-class quizzes. It's just a way for you to work with the information. It's a little higher stakes. You don't typically get to use resources during the in-class quizzes, so you're going to have to recall some information, and it's a great way for you to practice that recall. We also have this other grade category. These are graded assignments. This grade category is worth 10% of your course grade. And this is basically just an opportunity for you to show me what you know, usually in a more creative way. And we can do Google Sites, you can do a slide presentation, you can film a video. There'll be some different choices of how you want to share your work with me. So these will come up throughout the semester, and I'll certainly give you more information about them as they come up. Okay, so you've got your grading scale. You can read through all of that, the rest of your syllabus statements, and there is a link here on lab fees. Oh, sorry, it's on the lab one. Hold on, we'll get to that in a second. Okay, so that's lecture. Next, if we pull up our lab Moodle page, we've got, again, a very similar setup. So here's our spring lab syllabus. And all very similar information at the top. If we scroll down to assessment of student performance here, we find a fairly similar setup. So here's our lab practicals. Again, for lab practicals, they pair up really nicely with the lecture exams. You're going to take them both on the same day. Refer to your course schedule for your dates. And it's just because this information pairs up. So if you're studying for lecture, at the same time you're studying for lab. So go ahead and take a test on all of it at the same time, because you'll be ready for it. And it works out really nicely. So for lab practicals, each lab practical is worth 16%. So that's a total of 64% of your course grade. Okay. I do lab practicals on Moodle. So it's mainly image-based identification of structures, and we can talk a little bit more about that as we start the semester and head towards that first lab practical. The second grade category are lab in-class quizzes. So you have lecture in-class quizzes. They are typically on Monday mornings. You also have lab in-class quizzes. So in most cases, our lab days are going to be more scheduled on Fridays. Now, we do hands-on activities throughout the week, but our Fridays tend to be, I try to make them not lecture and all kind of hands-on, rotating through stations and doing lab activities on Fridays. So that's when you can plan on having your lab in-class quiz. So the first week of class, we're going to start with blood, histology, and typing. So the first Friday of that week, we're going to do blood typing and some blood histology activities. A week after that, the following Friday, when you come in, you'll take a lab in-class quiz on blood histology and typing. Okay, so you'll have that whole week to study and prepare for that quiz. These are just short quizzes, just to make sure you're keeping up with the information. Again, they're fairly low stakes, 18% for all of them in your course grade. I mean, it works out to a little over 1% for each quiz itself. And we will drop the lowest grade in this category. So if you happen to miss a lab in-class quiz for whatever reason, or you just completely bomb one, it's okay. We'll drop the lowest. You also have lab manual pages that'll be due throughout the semester. These are worth 8% of your course grade. And generally, every lab topic that we cover will have lab manual pages associated with it. Again, I'm going to drop the lowest grade in this category as well, so if there's a week that you just happen to forget about lab manual pages, don't worry, we'll drop the lowest grade. And then also in lab, you'll have other graded assignments. This grade category is worth 10% of your course grade. And again, these will be opportunities for you to do a little more creative assignments based on the content that we're covering at the time. So I'll let you know what those graded assignments will be as they come up throughout the semester. And again, all of this information, if I can just take a second, I'm going to click on the course schedule and show you here. Everything's going to be outlined here. I try to keep it organized for you because it helps me out as well. And I know it's hard to keep like 5 classes straight, so I try to make it very organized. But this is what your course schedule is going to look like, and I'll update this as we go through the semester. But you've basically got the week. You're going to have lecture topic listed, your lab topic listed, which is pretty much going to be the same thing. And then here are all of the things that you need to complete for this topic. Okay, so here's your list of things to do. I've got your progress check listed here because pretty much every topic is going to have a progress check associated with it. You're going to have lab manual pages. I've outlined those here. You've got your first graded assignment, which is a PhysioX blood analysis assignment. Here's a reminder that you're going to have a lecture in-class quiz on our first topic, the Monday, the second week of class. Here's a reminder that you're going to have a lab in-class quiz on blood histology and typing on Friday the 4th, which will be the second Friday of the semester. And then pretty much every topic will have an anatomage table activity that we will usually get started on in class, especially during lab days on Fridays. And then you'll be encouraged to use open lab times to come in and finish those and submit your work to me, usually a week after the lab. Okay, so you'll have a list, a complete list of everything that you need to do on your course schedule, and I'll update it for each topic. Here's our next topic for the second week of class and all the activities that you'll need to do for that topic as well. So hopefully trying to keep you organized. It's just one way for you to be successful in the class is being organized with all the due dates and things. They're very recurrent, so things will be due at the same time every week, and I think that helps to stay organized as well. So that's just a brief overview of the syllabi for the course. If you have questions, I'll be happy to talk about it on Monday during class, and we'll touch on that. So great, thank you for your time, and have a great weekend, and I look forward to seeing you bright and early Monday morning. Thanks.